Yo. Okay, so this is what I'm on the fourth season. Spoilers for the fourth season. I don't get how Kuvera thinks thinks Bolin is a good choice for not only a peacemaker, but to bridge the gap between them. He has no experience in that. Like she just wants this. She's planning it to go bad, right? She's making it. She wants it to go bad. One, my evidence for this is she chose Bolin to be the speaker and to be the adversary, not adversary, the cool to be the peacemaker between them two, right? So I'm like, cool. This is like you setting yourself up for failure. Like she wanted it to fail. So I'm like, okay, because you set up a Bolin. He's a fighter. He's a lava bender. He's an earth bender. What else? I it doesn't really make sense for me to be like to me to reach to the point where oh he's a good peacemaker. When has he ever made peace? Like he hasn't made peace. I haven't seen him in the all four seasons try to make peace, and he's obviously sucking at it. His girlfriend hates him because she chose the wrong side. But he's like no one. This is what nobody cares about nobody in the show. Like nobody says, "Hey, Bolin, just woke up with my mom." Right? But here's the thing: if your son thinks, and also here's my thing. This was what Bolin Jr. probably should have told his dad. Like, I feel like you're my shadow. I'm your shadow. I don't feel like I'm my dad's shadow. My dad and me have two different goals. Two different. Like I used to think that when I was like like a third grader, but I realized, whoa, my dad has a full life to live. He has caught up. He has a cheat code to life. He already lived, right? He already lived a full life. He's living a full life. He already has a career. I don't have a career. I'm in third grade. Let me live my life to my standard, to God's standard, right? And just live it the best way I know how. And then no one even said that to Bolin Jr. Like, I have a full life. I had a full life to get this career going, right? To have this career going, you get all this different type of thing going. You just sit there and like, like, like I, what was the dad doing that was so groundbreaking? No one knows. I have no idea. The first time I watched this season, the whole four seasons, I'm like, what is the dad doing that was so groundbreaking? I was putting Bolin Jr. behind it for made Bolin Jr. not Bolin Jr. whatever his name is. That made the son feel like, oh, I'm in the shadow of him. What was he doing? No one even see. I didn't even see what he was doing. Right? He made train. He made what was his accomplishments? In order for you to say I'm behind, I'm in the shadow of my dad. He had to have some real good accomplishments. One, two, you had to see those accomplishments. This just came out of nowhere. Oh, I'm in the shadow of my dad. Like how? How? How, dude? How? How are you in the shadow? How are you in the shadow of your dad when your dad doesn't? We don't even see what your dad does. We don't even see it. You just say, "Oh, he's in the shadow of the." I'm like, that makes no sense to me. Like, because it's like we don't see what the dad does. He does science. Okay, he's an engineer. Okay, what has your dad done that made you feel you weren't getting enough credit, or you feel like you were in the shadow of him? You just said that. Like, okay, I'm like, what was the dad doing, bro? What was the dad doing? What was the dad doing that overshadowed your accomplishments? So I felt like weird. This is like the fifth season. This is a fifth episode. So I'm like, okay. I'm seeing little core. I'm seeing. I'm noticing that these executives have no idea how to run a show, even write a show. They know how to get the pieces together. They need a writer. They need a director. They need a creator. You know all this. If they just and this led to Another thing, right? Them putting their foot on the necks of these creators, the original creators of Avatar, pushed them towards Netflix. And Netflix and Nickelodeon already had this like agreement or whatever. But it's like it seems to me that Nickelodeon was like, oh, as soon as they realized, oh, we made a mistake, and we actually want you guys to cook. We want you guys to make mistakes. But I also feel like these like the creators, a Tony Bendele, this guy made a wonderful, cool point. He's like, dude, it seems like these guys, these creators, the creators of Avatar, are hard to work with because the first movie they left the movie because of creative differences. Then they had the Legend of Korra. They fought tooth and nail for whatever, and then they had um the live action. So how hard is it to work with them? They want creative freedom, but what if somebody wants to do something? You know, it isn't. It seems like it's more hard to work with them than it is to. I don't know. That's what Tony Bennett they say. He said it seems like they're hard to work with. It seems like they're hard to work with. Not like they're hard to work with. Like it's a fact. It seems that way. But no, it's just like that pushed them towards Netflix. So like they didn't have no control. Everything was kind of like grabbing them by the throat. You doing it this way, boy. You doing it this way, boy. You doing it this way. I'm like, bro, let them cook. Like really, just let them cook. Like why all of a sudden we're not letting them cook? Who put Bolin? Okay, so Bolin's a key. He sucks at that, bro. They're already arguing as soon as they get into the door. As soon as they get in this little office, they're already arguing. So I'm like, ooh. And then the son of Sue Lin was like, oh, I feel like I'm in the shadow of my dad. I'm like, how? What is your dad? Like, we don't even see the feats of your dad. We haven't seen enough of your dad to even see a shadow of that. See, if you give them 24 episodes each season is 24 episodes, that would have been a little bit more easier to understand this. But there's 13 episodes in each season. So I think, I don't know. It's just like, it seems like then everyone wants Cora back because, oh, Cora, we miss you. So no one here's my thing. I got blindsided when I was younger. Oh, I knew she wasn't going to, oh, no, I wasn't blindsided. I knew Kuvira wasn't going to give the Earth Kingdom back to nobody. She wasn't going to give that. She wasn't going to give them back the Earth Kingdom. I knew that because it was so obvious. Like she was so like, oh no, the Earth Kingdom. No one could do anything with the Earth Kingdom. She felt like the Earth Kingdom was abandoned. Right? Okay, this is the end game. Right? She felt like the Earth Kingdom was abandoned. But taking it under control and making it an Earth Empire is not really. Like she's strong arming everybody. Then in the comics that I read after this arc, she regrets doing this and putting people in charge and making people feel like the Earth Kingdom has to be an empire. And then I don't. I haven't finished reading that comic. I have to. It's on my iPad, but I have to. It's just like, dude, it makes no sense for Kavira to put Bolin in charge of making a peacekeeping because you guys already don't like each other. So nothing Bolin says is gonna be. Is gonna make a substantial difference. You know. There's already bias there. There's already anger there. It just seems to me like they were very because I think the executives were like, "Oh, the second season of Korra, they wanted more control. The executives wanted more control. Um, but they can't control Dan Schneider. Okay, that's stupid to me. They can't control Dan Schneider, but they can control a cartoon. That's a cartoon that's like it's a cartoon that people like. But Dan Schneider, a real person, is given so much power, he's uncontrollable. Okay, makes sense. Not at all. Anyway, Let me finish this video up. So I'm like, okay, I'm seeing why the people are saying the executives and there was production issues because I'm seeing like pieces of of a thought going together, connected, but it's like it's not working out. You know, I did a video on Instagram about how the core, like the team avatar and Korra is just co-workers. Like they're literally co-workers. We never spent time with them to connect with them on an emotional level besides the Sami. Besides the Sami, right? So you see Asami, you you see how she's dealing with things. You deal with more Asami's issues than anybody else's. And Korra, you deal with her issues too towards the fourth season. But it just seems to me like it's. I mean, it's muggle. It's kind of like coming. It's kind of like welded together with bed welds, right? You get what I'm saying? It's not welded. It's not really welded correctly. You know, it's not a stream of a thought or a stream of a story. And I think there's a production issue. Executives got involved, and there was a different of creative differences, right? And I'm like, it happened three times though. Three times of creative differences. How hard is it to work with these guys though? That's what Anthony Ben. That's what Mr. Bandoli said. Um, yeah. So that's why I'm thinking like, how hard is it to work with these guys, or is it just like they want all control to them? Like they want control in their own show, which they had in the in their first series. They had the control of the whole show themselves. There wasn't that much like, but it made them 300. That's why I don't get the executives. They made you $300 million plus, $300 million plus out of this show, and you are controlling it for what reason? Like, why are you controlling it? Like, why is it so hard for you to realize, oh, these people make me money. Let me let them do their thing, and let me move on from it. Let me step away. You know, because it's like, but then hindsight is 2020, right? Hindsight is 2020. But it's just like, well, we want the Avatar to be a girl. It's like, let them cook. No Nickelodeon saying, oh, we have it a whole Avatar Studios, all this stuff. We're gonna let them cook. We're gonna let them do what they need to do, and we got them. Right? We got this. We're gonna let them. We're gonna let you cook. We're gonna let you cook. But it just seems like why was this in Legend of Korra? Like, and we haven't had a new Avatar for a long time. And there's gonna be new movies coming out, new things coming out, whatever. And it's gonna be good. I'm excited for it. Like, comment, follow. Peace.